teacher, Prof. Azhar, and to my classmates. Before we start our presentation, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Mashita Binti Masran. My metric number is 209902.
And I am Shazin Binti Azmi, and my metric number is 209895. And the rest of the member is Nur Kamarina Krisha and Anggu Ardiano.
So before I start my presentation, I would like to ask you, can you determine, is this a clear water?
No.
I heard someone say yes. So if you compare to this, is this still clear water? It's like so our topic will be focusing on the water pollution at Sungai Langat. As we know, Sungai Langat has been the water source for many places for many years, such as in Kuala Lumpur, District of Klang, and Petaling. So we know that how many people will use the water from Sungai Langat. But since 2019, more and more people are getting concerned about the water pollution happens at Sungai Langat. And there are four main causes. The first one is the dark colored heavy metal, which is discharged or runoff from the industrial company. And the second one is the dumping site from the domestic waste, from the people living around it. And the third one is the wastewater discharge, which is from the paper recycling company. And the last one is the land clearing, which is to build more and more industrial building, which is why we are concerned about it. So there are few pollutants that found in the water, which is manganese, iron, sulfide, and boron, oil and grease, and the last one is phenol. So why is it concerning? Is because the concentration of these pollutants is actually way higher than the minimum concentration allowed by the department. And to determine the presence of these pollutants inside the water, there are actually a few methods used. And here we are focusing on two types of methods. The first one is the flame AAS, which is to detect metal. Flame AAS is short form from flame atomic absorbance spectrometry. So the benefits of using flame AAS is that it's actually very affordable and it's very versatile, because it can determine up to 60 types of metals. So, and it also requires a little amount of sample to determine every pollutant inside it. So the theory of using flame AAS is that the flame from the metal ion will show a color characteristic of the metal ion itself. So I know it's kind of simple, so I will explain in a little bit detail. So when the flame AAS, we insert the sample inside it, the flame AAS will detect the elements inside the sample. And as we know, different elements will have different wavelengths, and these wavelengths will be measured against the standard. And the second method is flame ionization detector gas chromatography, or the short form is FIDGC, and it is used to detect phenol. And as the name suggests, chromatography, it uses the method chromatography, which is an analytical tool to determine the presence of every element found in one mixture. So that's all from me. I'll pass to Shazwin for the data analysis part.
Okay. Can you guys see me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mashita. Now I will presenting about the data analysis that we got from the survey via Google Forms. So firstly, the total of respondents that answered the survey is 33 people. Okay, and then out of 33 people, there are 25 female and 8 male. And then the range of the age is from 18 to 55 years old. And this one is because we asked about where the respondents live because only 10 people, 10 of the respondents are living near Sungai Naga. Because we asked this question because we want to know how many of them are actually affected by this case. And then we can see that from the respondents, we can see that most of them are very concerned about this, which is about 15 people. And the most one, the least one is not sure. Actually, this is quite worrying because this person is not sure whether he or she is concerned or not about this topic. Okay, and then for the contributor to water pollution in the world, actually these all are the contributors. But in our Google form, in our survey, we asked about the biggest contributors. So based on this survey, we got that the respondents answered the industrial and commercial waste is the biggest contributor to water pollution in the world. But based on our research, we got that the biggest contributor is untreated or partially treated sewage disposal. The reason is like the dirty drain water containing urine and feces that is carried from our homes by underground pipes is called sewage. Like, I'm sure you guys can imagine how many homes or residences in our world. It's many, right? You can't even count it. You guys just can imagine. Okay. And then, has Malaysia implemented the best water treatment? And yes. Okay. Some of you answered yes, and some of you answered no. This is like based on your opinion actually. Okay. And then we asked for suggestion from these respondents to how they want to reduce water pollution. So in our survey, actually we asked based on their ability, based on their power. So most of them answered about no littering. Like maybe you guys say, yeah, no littering, it's a simple thing. Like, but I want to ask how many people actually can keep their trash in their pocket, in their bag until they found a dustbin. Like, I think that most of them just throw away. Sorry. Throw away something like that. Okay, so even though you found it like no littering is a simple thing, but yeah, based on your ability, no littering is still a way to reduce water pollution. And then for environmental education, yes, it's true. Like based on my experience too, I learned about practice 3R from my primary school. Like so you guys can see how related this way to reduce water pollution with each other. And then about the phosphate free detergent from our, this is actually phosphate free detergent is like this is answered by a biotech student, where yes, it's his ability, it's his power that he can create something new like phosphate free detergent. And yeah, ways to improve Malaysia's water quality. Most of them agreed that green agriculture is the best way to improve Malaysia's water quality. Like, you know, by limiting the chemicals usage, yes, it's so useful with that. Like water treatment, everything here is quite a good way to improve. But I agree that green agriculture is the best way. Okay, it's okay. Okay, so then I would like to conclude. Okay, therefore, water pollution is indeed a very serious concern because it not only has an impact on health, but also it can have negative effects on various industries and agriculture. It is therefore highly important to devise methods to reduce the level of water pollution that we are currently facing. So yeah, water is a part of our lives. Then it's our responsibility responsibility to keep them